and if you you could read a translation from Hindi to and the last prompt is a I shared last week. I told you to shut up. No, don't. Hello people, this is Sonali, the melodramatic bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the melodramatic bookworm family. I make book related videos on this channel and occasionally a few travel related and a few movie related videos as well, and I post on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. So if you like my content and you would like to keep up with it, then please do hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside that subscribe button so that you can stay updated with my content. I'm here today with a little announcement. I know it's a little too late to be making a video and posting it, but my schedule was so packed that I had to post it on this particular day. So I'm here today to talk to you about the readathon that I'm hosting in September. It's called Fresh Off My Shelf, and the concept behind this readathon was that since we all buy books and we just push them onto our shelves and then we forget about them for 10 million years. So what I thought was, let's give those books some respect, the respect that they deserve, and we'll do a whole readathon around in which we pick those particular books up. But the thing about this readathon is that I have a few prompts that I have prepared. Since it's September, it's the 9th month, so I have 9 prompts that you need to follow. But you can double up, triple up, quadruple up, do anything. Just you can combine as many prompts as you can, as you want to, and read the books, and I think that's about that. So this readathon starts on September 1st and ends on September 30th. So it's a month-long readathon, and even if you select 9 books, one for each of these prompts, I think it should not be that difficult of a task. It's not a rush that you need to finish it within 7 days or you need to finish it within 10 days. You have a whole month to do it. I myself have combined a few of these prompts. My intention for this prompt was to make it as easy as possible while making the people who participate in the readathon to pick the latest books from their shelves. So in this video, I'll be talking about the prompts and then the rest of my September TBR. I have a feeling September is going to be a great reading month. So I'll first be explaining these prompts to you and then getting on to sharing my books for these prompts as well as the other books on my TBR. So without further ado, let's get into this video and let me share with you all the prompts for the readathon and all the books that I am hoping to read in September. So before I begin explaining these prompts, I have to make one thing clear, that this readathon is not about reading new releases. It's about reading the newest releases on your shelf. So you have to check within your TBR what books are there and decide which ones of them fit these prompts and which ones are the newest. See, for example, you could have a book for one of these prompts which was released in 1980. And then there's another book that was released in 1990, and you don't have any other books for these prompts. So what you will do is, the newest among those two is 1990. So you will choose the book that was released in 1990 for that particular prompt. It's not about new releases, it's about the newest releases on your shelf. So the Fresh Off My Shelf edition of Drama Queenathon, which I think I forgot to mention earlier, and I don't know what kind of a host that makes me. Anywho, it has 9 prompts, the first of which is the most recent book you've bought, irrespective of release date, genre or prompt. What you have to do is you have to choose the last book that you bought. If you've already read the last book that you bought, then select the book you bought before that. You can just keep shifting one book backwards. That's all. It's simple. So the second prompt for Fresh Off My Shelf is the most recent book by an Indian or Indian origin author on your shelf. The third prompt is the most recent Own Voices book. See, Own Voices is when an author writes a story that mirrors their own experiences and not by someone else writing about their experiences. This mostly applies to underrepresented groups. The fourth prompt is the most recent book with a queer main character and or by a queer author. So this is pretty simple. I don't have to explain much about it. And then prompt number 5, the most recent translated book. It could be translated from any language to any language. You can read a book in Telugu that has been translated from Hindi to Telugu. You can read a book that in English that has been translated from Kannada to English. You can read anything. Just it should have been translated. From which language to which language, I don't care. Prompt number 6, the first book in the most recently released series, which is on your bookshelf. You don't have to specifically go and buy any books for this. If you have a book series that you've been wanting to read for a while, this is your chance to just start reading it. Prompt number 7, a mythological retelling or fiction. Prompt number 8, a book by a black author. This means the newest release on your shelf that has been written by a black author. So what you have to do is gather all the books that have been written by black authors and choose the book that was released the most recently from that bunch. That's all. It's as simple as that. And the last prompt is a predicted 5-star read. That's all. Those are all the prompts that I have. You can combine any number of prompts that you want. You can pick multiple books for each of these prompts. That's completely fine. You do what you want to do, but just follow these prompts. If you want to share something on Instagram, then please use the hashtags #FreshOffMyShelf and #DramaQueenathon when you share anything related to this readathon. And there's also a photo challenge that I'm hosting there, in which we share one particular themed photo on every day of the month. It actually starts today, so if you would like to participate, then please do go and give the prompts a view. So the first one is the most recent book you've bought, irrespective of blah 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 blah, and that is Cinderella is Dead by Kailyn Bayron. This book is supposedly a Cinderella retelling, and I think it's a female romance, and this book has still not yet come home, which is why I'm putting up a picture over here, and I'm really excited to read this book. This is also a Drama Queenathon book club pick for September, so a lot of people voted for this, and we are super excited to read the Cinderella retelling. I've combined prompts 2, 3 and 5 for the next book, and the prompts are the most recent book by an Indian or Indian origin author, the most recent own voices book, and the most recent translated book. And for these prompts I have selected The Loneliness of Hira Barua by Arupa Patangia Kalita, and this has been translated into English from the Assamese by Ranjita Biswas. And this is a collection of short stories. This is set in Assam, so this is obviously an own voices book. Arupa Patangia Kalita is an Assamese author. So I chose this one, which was sent to me by Pan Macmillan India. It just came home a couple of days ago. And then I combined prompts 4 and 8, the prompts being the most recent book with a queer main character or written by a queer author, and the most recent book by a black author. And the book I've chosen for this is The Death of Vivek Oji by Kwaike Emezi. There's grief, there's love, there's romance, there's death, everything in this book, and I am really scared also to read this because there's so much that will bruise my heart, and I'm sure about it. I'll be listening to this book on Libro FM. Thank you Libro FM for the ALC. I am super excited to read it. The next prompt is the first book in the most recently released series, and for that I have chosen Ray Bearer by Jordan Ifueko. I've been hearing only amazing things about this book, that it's the start to an amazing fantasy series, I think, and that it's super well written and it's beautiful and everybody should read it and all that. And I did order it. I pre-ordered it, and it will be coming home sometime in the second week of September, so I'm really excited to get my hands on it. That's all I can say. The 7th prompt is the most recent mythological retelling of fiction on your shelf, and that is Mohini by Anuja Chandramouli. This was sent to me by Rupa Publications and the author, and I'm really thankful for that, and I'm so excited to read this because Anuja Chandramouli has a way of writing mythological retellings, and I really do enjoy her work, even though I did find a couple of issues. This is about Mohini the Enchantress, distilled from the essence of Vishnu. Mohini is a part of him, and yet she revels in the autonomy and extraordinary powers of beauty, magic and enchantment that are hers to wield. She is loved and desired by all in existence, and yet she is elusive, a tantalizing temptress traipsing her way across the topsy-turvy terrain of fable and myth. Oh my god, this is going to be interesting. And the last prompt is a predicted 5-star read, and for that I have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. It is yet to come home because we pre-ordered it, and I am so excited to read this book. I can't begin to, even explain how excited I am, because Matt Haig is one of my favorite authors of all time. I love his writing. I love the points that he makes. I love how clear-headed he is. And to read this book of fiction by such an author, way too excited. I can't wait to get my hands on this one. Come home soon. So those were the books that I chose for the Fresh Off My Shelf readathon that will be held in September. Now on to the other sections, and now I'm getting really scared. Let's see. So the next section is the Drama Queenathon Book Club picks, and we've already spoken about one of these books, that is Cinderella is Dead, which I'll also be reading for the Fresh Off My Shelf TBR. And the second book that we chose was A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. This is a fantasy, I think, based on West African folklore, if I'm not mistaken. This has been doing the rounds of bookish social media, and everybody is like, you have to read this book. I think this is the first in a duology, and I'm really excited because I love duologies. I mean, I haven't read many of them, but I do enjoy them because it's not a standalone that it finishes too soon, and it's not a series that it has to drag on way too much. And now on to the publisher review copies that I was sent, and the first book is Destination Wedding by Diksha Basu. This was sent to me by Bloomsbury India. Thank you, Bloomsbury, for the review copy. This sounds like a fun book. It asks the question, what could go wrong at a lavish Indian wedding with your best friend and your entire family? It sounds vague, but you know how Indian weddings could be. They are full of fun, there's full of hustle and bustle. You don't know what's going on at what corner of the house. So I wanted to impulse pick this in August, but I was like, no, your TBR pool is already enough, pick from there. So I decided to put this in my September TBR. The next book is Fate of Eight by Dheeraj Singh. This was also sent to me by Bloomsbury India, and thank you, Bloomsbury, for the copy. This is a thriller that tells the story of 8 people whose lives are entwined through the 3 key milestones of one's life: birth, marriage, and death. There are 4 strong women and 4 men. 4 other men. Wow, I like how he's written this, and I haven't heard a lot of good things about this book, but it's a review copy, so I figured let me at least get about 50-100 pages in before I decide how this book actually is. So I put it on my September TBR because I'm like that. So the next book is one that I should have read in August, but I was not able to, and then the publisher Pan Macmillan India, which a big thank you for sending it to me. They sent me a hard copy of the book, and that book is Joy at Work by Marie Kondo and Scott Sonnenschein. And I think I've spoken about this book in a couple of my videos already, so I won't talk more about this. This is about organizing your work life, and as you know, Marie Kondo is like a champion of the KonMari method of decluttering, and she asks us to apply the same thing, that same method, to your workplace, to your work in general, not just your workplace. And she has collaborated with Scott Sonnenschein on this book, and yes, I will be doing a video review of this book on my channel, and if you're interested in knowing more about this book, then please just stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay. Next are the NetGalley arcs that I'm hoping to get through, and the first one is Earthlings by Sayaka Murata, and this is classified as literary fiction. I'm really not sure what this is about. I had read this a long time ago, the blurb for this a long time ago, and I thought this is interesting, let me request it. See, what Google tells me is that as a child, Natsuki doesn't fit into her family. Her parents favor her sister, and her best friend is a plush toy hedgehog named Piyut, who has explained to her that he has come from the planet Popinpovopia on a special quest to help her save the Earth. Okay, that does sound interesting. The next book is something that caught my eye, and especially in this current situation, I'm like, I need to educate myself more about addressing non-binary people, and the book I'm talking about is How to Date Them by Stuart Getty, and this was available on NetGalley, and I didn't think I would be approved for it, and when I did, I was so happy because I'm on a daily quest to learn more, to educate myself more, and to make myself more aware. So the next NetGalley arc is a book that I should have read last month, but I was not able to, and that is Suncatcher by Romesh Gunasekara. I have spoken a lot about this book before, and I don't think there is anything else that I have to say, so I'll just say that this is also one book that I am excited to read in September, as I was excited to read it in August and July and the months before that. And now the Libro FM ALCs, I've already spoken about one of them. It's called The Death of Vivek Oji by Akwaeke Emezi. And the second book is called The Pull of the Stars by Emma Donoghue. This is a historical fiction in which there's expectant mothers, there's quarantine, and there's a flu that nobody has quite identified yet. So Google tells me this is set in 1918 in the middle of the Spanish flu epidemic in a Dublin maternity ward. Thank you Libro FM once again for the opportunity to read this book, and thank you for the ALC. The next ALC is Migrations, a novel written by Charlotte McConaughey. This follows a woman called Franny Stone who is Australian, I think, I'm not sure about that. In the face of the Earth's wildlife extinction, Franny decides to follow Arctic terns on their migration to Antarctica, I think. And I thought this would be an interesting book to read given the situation that the world is in right now and where we are heading also. Now it's on to the subscriber picks, the book that you chose for me to read across September and then make a review video about it. And the book was Burning by Megha Majumdar. This is about three unforgettable characters who find their lives entangled in the wake of a catastrophe. One is a Muslim girl from the slums. The second is an opportunistic gym teacher who hitches his aspirations to a right-wing political party. And the third is an irresistible outcast who has an alibi that can set the Muslim girl free. So now on to the buddy reads. First up is my buddy read with Nandini, and we will be reading The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. This is a story of angst and alienation, as what Google tells me. There's no blurb on this. All I know is that this is a classic and that a lot of people actually love it. If I'm not mistaken, one of my Bookstagram friends also loves this book. He has multiple editions of it. Anyway, this is a book that I have been wanting to read for a while, but I didn't get to, and now is a perfect opportunity. And especially if I'm reading with Nandini, it means that we are going to have a super awesome discussion at the end of it all. Next up is a buddy read with Murtaza, which we were supposed to have done last month, but we couldn't. So we thought we'll postpone it to September. Actually, it was me. It was my fault. I couldn't get to reading this book, but September hopefully is a better month. And the book we'll be reading is Everything Under by Daisy Johnson. I've already spoken a lot about this book. I've said how excited I am about reading it, so I won't go much into detail about this. This is about Gretel seeing her mother after 16 years, and then there's a lot of drama that happens. I don't remember, like, you know my memory. I'm sorry. And next up is a buddy read that I will be doing with Ishi over at Ishi Time, and the book that we chose, which both of us are excited to read, is Vox by Christina Dalsher. This is a book that I have been talking about, that I've been excited to read for ages now. Like, this is truly that. We got it last year, and since then I have not picked it up. Even in August I was supposed to have read it, but no, I did not. So then Ishi had said that if you happen to not read it and if you'd like to read it in September, then tell me, we will read it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And this is about 100-word limit on women. And this sounds all very Handmaid's Tale-ish to me, and I hope that this turns out better than that. And then there's also a reaction video / vlog that I am planning to do. I had asked you if you wanted to see one such video and you said yes. So I will be reading and reacting to Midnight Sun by Stephenie Meyer. So this is obviously Twilight from Edward's perspective, and you know I loved Twilight when I read it, and I am really excited to read this. I don't know how creepy it's going to get, but I'm really excited to read this. Okay, and then since I can't, shut my mind off, I decided to add 2 more books to my TBR very randomly, and I have no explanation for that. And the first one is Tuesdays with Morrie. I do have an explanation for this, I lied. But the explanation is that I read For One More Day by Mitch Albom recently, and I loved it. I love Mitch Albom's writing, and I thought why haven't I read his works before? And I added one of his books to my September TBR. They are very fast-paced reads, and For One More Day I finished it in about 4 hours. I think this is about a teacher and rekindling the main character's relationship with that teacher. I don't know exactly if it is autobiographical or not, but yeah, I'm whatever Mitch Albom writes, I'll read. Okay, and the last book on this very long TBR video is a Hindi book called Dopahri by Pankaj Kapoor. Look at the cover. Oh my god, first of all. This had been on my wish list for a long time, and since I have started to, read more of Hindi books, I'm not consciously picking a book every month, but I figured whenever I get a chance, I will add one of these books to my TBR and I will read them. So this has just, oh my god, this is way too short. This will be done in like 2 hours, 84 pages. So those were all the books that I am planning to read in September 2020. I can feel that my head exploding right away. Which of these have you read? Which of these do you want to read? Which books are you planning to read in September? Will you be participating in the Fresh Off My Shelf edition of Drama Queen-a-thon in September? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.